What's up team? Coach Shea, Pierre here, and it's been one heck of a great start to phase number 2. So let's keep pushing these gains to the highest level as we finish off the week with day number 3 of the program. And as you already know, it's what you do when no one is watching that truly defines who you are when the lights turn on. So in order to separate yourself from the competition, we have to go that extra mile and push each other to greatness. And I'm here every step of the way with you, so let's go! The whole workout from start to finish should only take 90 minutes to complete. We will start with a dynamic warm-up to prep, prime, and activate the body for success to fully maximize your ability to move with integrity throughout the training session. Once the warm-up is complete, we will take our shoes off and our socks to stimulate the bottoms of our feet, activating the small intrinsic muscles of the foot while performing our dynamic skip series. The primary focus of the skip series is to develop greater rhythm, timing, coordination, body awareness, and overall movement control. As skipping is considered low impact jumping, and adding it to our warm-up, especially in bare feet, can help strengthen the small intrinsic muscles of the foot while teaching you to absorb and load and push off the ground to the balls of the feet, all while developing that pep in your step. Now, what I want you to do is do each drill for 20 yards, forward and backwards. And on the lateral movements, make sure to stay facing the same way. Once finished, we're going to prep and prime the glutes to fully maximize sprinting and jumping output, completing one set of 3 different drills, starting off with the step back drop-ins for 20 repetitions per leg, as this rotational movement mimics the exact pattern of athletic performance in game action. Once you're done, grab a mini band of your choice and complete 10 reps of single leg band abductions, placing the band around the ankles and with control stabilize on one leg and then bring the leg in and out. And upon the leg being out, hold it for 3 seconds to activate the medial glutes and stabilize the pelvis. Once finished, immediately put the bands around the feet and set up in an athletic position and perform lateral band walks for 20 steps, going both towards the right and left side, staying low and under control. Once complete, we'll move on to nervous system rapid response drills, working on sport-specific multi-directional quick cuts from different angles to learn how to attack the ground fast and absorb and decelerate quickly, all while re-accelerating and bursting out of the position. Complete 2 sets for 5 reps per drill, and if you have a pair of Pep Fast speed training bands, put them on, baby, because we're going to get that work in. And if you don't, that's okay. But if you do, strap them on, and the first set is going to be with those bands. And then we're going to take them off for the second set for a contrast effect, as wearing the bands preps, primes, and activates. It actually supercharges your fast twitch muscle fibers, increasing your body's ability to produce greater speed and force, which is PAP, post-activation potentiation. Then remove the bands and perform the same drill unresisted to hack the body's ability to produce greater force for next level speed gains. So we're gonna put on these bands, we're gonna strap them on, and that's gonna recruit muscle fibers, activate and supercharge the nervous system, enhance speed and force production, and strengthens and loads and recruits the muscles in sport-specific movement patterns. Then once you take the bands off, you will feel absolutely incredible, as it decreases ground reaction time, improves force production and neuro output, enhancing motor fire, rhythmic patterns, foot speed, knee drive, and overall body control. Once complete, it's time to increase our speed by enhancing sprinting form and technique with our sprint mechanic circuit and plyometric drills. Each drill will be performed for 10 to 30 yards in length and completed for 2 sets. If you have a pair of speed training bands, you already know what to do. Strap them on, and if you don't, that's okay, but we want that contrast effect. So as you wear them for the first set, and then you're gonna remove them for the second set to get that explosive contrast we're looking for. Rest for 90 seconds between the sets to maximize performance output. During this phase, we have combined 2 to 3 sprint mechanic drills together to build on your explosivity and ability to develop rhythm, timing, coordination, and most of all, body control at the highest level. As in order to fully maximize your athletic potential, but most importantly, increase game-breaking speed, you need to increase movement efficiency. Thus, learning how to apply proper force application is a prerequisite for faster sprinting and jumping at the highest level. These speed mechanic drills ingrain proper sprinting posture and alignment, which provide a solid foundation where force can be applied effectively and efficiency. So make sure with each drill to stay long and tall. Don't collapse at the hips or round at the spine and shoulders. Swing the arms from the shoulders, not from the elbow, all while attacking the ground back under your hip with force. Once the sprint mechanic drills are complete, we finish off with our explosive jumps, which work on the ability to produce force quickly, as we are looking for quick ground contact and reactivity with each jump, both with and without the bands, to increase our power output and overall speed development. Once the body is efficiently warmed up, we will now focus on our acceleration warm-up. Complete 3 med ball sprints from a kneeling start position for 15 to 20 yards with a 2-minute rest between sprints. Now you can have your knee completely on the ground to start or slightly elevated. It's your choice, as the goal of the drill is to increase your first 5 steps for acceleration. The focus on the kneeling sprints is posture and projection angle, teaching the body to be powerful and explosive with each ground contact strike. Starting in the kneeling position helps you maximize angle positioning in the lower body, loading up the front leg to execute the proper projection angle to increase both power and explosive drive for the first 5 steps as you explode the ball from the chest position, with the upper body and shoulders projecting out past each and every cone. Just think about projecting out with the upper body and the hips while closing the gap quickly between each cone as you attack the ground down and back behind the hips with force and intent, all while being aggressive with your arm drive after throwing the ball, making sure to swing from the shoulders. After completing the med ball kneeling sprints, the next drill is our main speed training drill for the session, towing sled sprints. Resistance sprints are a great way to develop elite level speed, due in large to its specificity to the actual demands placed on you in sports, all while allowing you to move freely in the locomotive pattern. You will complete 4 sets at a particular percentage based off your body weight. Please see the percentage for each sprint set indicated on the PDF and make sure to fully recover between sprints to maximize performance output. As research has shown that sprinting with a sled with 20 to 80% of body weight can be used to effectively develop horizontal force projection, as it teaches you to develop proper body positioning to forcefully strike the ground and attack the ground with max intent and power. If you don't have a sled, in order to elicit the same response and maximize this session, do hill sprints. Use the PDF to indicate the set and rep range. Hill sprints have been shown to significantly increase acceleration, sprinting mechanics, which enhances stride power, strengthening your sprinting muscles and connective tissue while developing greater work capacity and overall athletic explosiveness. Once we have completed our resistance sprinting, we will now finish our acceleration game speed multi-directional speed training with the speed series circuit, which is so important as no matter what sport you play, being able to decelerate and then quickly re-accelerate all while changing direction is what will separate you from the competition. To complete this series, you will set up 2 speed stations. The first speed station, which is called curved bends, and you will need anywhere from 12 to 14 cones set out in a large S pattern, split into 2 different curved bends, 10 yards apart in length, 20 yards total by 3 yards in width, each beside one another with a small gap in the middle to separate the bends for the sprint. For the second station, which is called acceleration jump cuts, you will need 8 cones, spaced 5 yards apart from each other in sets of 2 cones, which will be spaced out 2 yards together so you can make that explosive jump cut through. Every drill will be completed for 2 to 3 sets with 30 to 45 seconds rest between the stations. The first drill in the speed series starts at station 1 with the curved bends, which is an amazing drill that works on next level body control and spatial awareness, as it teaches you how to sprint at high speeds around the sharp curves, learning how to shift your weight and engaging the core to maintain body control, balance, stability, and foot strike position to keep your speed at the highest levels. Well, speed station number 2, called acceleration jump cuts, which works on true game speed acceleration, all while learning how to quickly decelerate, drop your weight, come to balance, and lateral sidestep, or in this case, jump cut, followed by rapidly re-accelerating, which teaches you how to dodge and juke defenders so you have that next level playmaking ability to be a show-stopping athlete. Once practiced and executed to perfection, these drills will truly separate you from the competition and take your performance to that absolute next level. Now, on to the main performance training block, which focuses on building upper body strength, as we know that a strong upper body helps elicit lower body power as everything works together as one complete unit. Now, you have a few options here with this workout. You can do it right after the speed session, as you are warmed up and primed and ready to go, or you can also rest, eat, sleep, recover, and wait about 2 to 6 hours and then go back later and perform the workout. Or you can wait, fully recover, and do it the next day. All are solid options, just depending on how you feel in your time restraints. There are 3 main workout blocks that will consist of 1 to 2 movements per block, which will be completed one after the other with a 30-second rest between the movements. Once you finish 3 sets, then you will move on to the next block. Block 1 starts off with A1 weighted pull-ups with 5 reps for the first 2 sets, followed by 3 repetitions for the last set. Pull-ups are incredible for building total upper body strength, particularly in the biceps, forearms, wrists, lats, shoulders, and the core, which can truly enhance speed and jumping abilities. Make sure to take 2 minutes in between each set, and if you have a hard time doing pull-ups, no sweat, let's scale it back a little bit and do some suspension rows for 15 repetitions. Once finished all 3 sets, take a few minutes rest and then start block number 2 with B1, single arm alternating bench press, one of my favorites, for 10 repetitions, 5 reps per side. Choose a medium to heavy weight for this movement, which is amazing for shoulder stabilization and overall chest strength. If you don't have dumbbells, you can switch this movement with push-up shoulder holds, which work on the same action just without the heavy stimulus. Once complete, take a 30-second rest and then do B2, the incline seated rows for 10 repetitions, which should also be fairly heavy. If you don't have dumbbells, that's all right. Use a band to row, which will work great to mimic the same movement patterns as the seated row. Once you're finished all 3 sets, take a few minutes to rest and then finish off the final block with C1, starting off with dips for 10 reps, followed by bicep curl to press for an additional 10 reps. These exercises are great accessory movements to help build a strong and balanced structure so everything is performing at the highest level. If you don't have access to a dip bar, you can do them on a bench. No sweat, you're gonna get the same response from there. The same thing can be said for the bicep curl to press with using a band as your resistance. All right, guys, we got those gains in this week. I feel absolutely incredible. Remember, it's what you do when nobody's watching. So you always gotta go 110%. You gotta take it to the top and never surrender. So let's go!